Hey guys, Steph Roberts here, and I'm coming to you from my friend's house. I'm just working basically on the weekend, and I had something that happened over the last couple days, and I just wanted to come to you on this YouTube channel because I feel like this is where I come when I need to be fed spiritually. Um, and I just think it's a great place to create community. It's easy to kind of go live here and quickly have people be alerted. So if they want to join in, great. And if they don't, that's okay too. And I think that there's an extra level of anonymity. And I think Facebook does not offer that. You have to be who you are, you have to have your picture up, and it's connected to everybody in your family. So it becomes really difficult to leave comments and things that reflect your true thoughts because you might have somebody, see that. So here you can create an account associated with your Gmail account. You can have a different name. You do not need to have a picture or an avatar of any kind. And I think that that's the level of anonymity that some of us need to be honest and talk about our true feelings. So I feel much more comfortable over here. So if you're in the Audacious Mamas closed Facebook group, um, I don't know, I just have always felt like it's not the right place to be leaving your true thoughts and feelings. And not that you want to leave an entire um, paragraph here or anything, but I feel like this is just a safer place. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just migrating. I'm not so sure I'm going to mention that reasoning on my podcast. Um, I might mention it in my list because I don't really want people following us over here either. So, think about if you already have a YouTube username and password. If you want to create a second one, you can create multiple of them through Google, and because Google owns YouTube, it's not difficult to do, and so it doesn't even have to have your name in it. You can find just a pseudonym, whatever. So that's what I'm doing. And the message that I have for today, I realized myself something that I think is helpful or could be helpful to you guys. So here's the thought of the day. If you listen to the podcast, I talk about the idea of acceptance. And to me, what that means is not accepting and forgiving necessarily, or saying things are okay, but it's like if a mountain is a mountain, you don't make that mountain into a bush, right? And if an orange tree is an orange tree, you don't try to expect it to be an apple tree and produce apples. And so when we have people we're dealing with who are toxic, who are unhealthy for us, who are kind of immature emotionally, and maybe they're just kind of frozen in who they are. They're not evolving. We can't expect them to be any different today than they were yesterday or 2 years ago or 10 years ago. And it can be really, really frustrating if you're somebody who's seeking growth, who's seeking to be the best person you can be. You're seeking to be kind and you're seeking to help people. And what happens is it's very easy to notice when you're not getting those things from the consistent people in your life who maybe have a personality disorder, narcissism, just they're super toxic. And so what happens is we get frustrated. Like, oh my God, why didn't they just do X? Why didn't they send me a text message telling me where XYZ is? Or give me a little hint because that's what you would have done. This happened to me yesterday, and sometimes I feel like, oh, I've come a long way. But then I see within myself that actually no, I'm still get sucked into this cycle of expecting some of the things that I would do in other people, even though I know they have a track record of not doing any of those things. And so here's the other piece to that. Like, obviously that's frustrating. But what happens is, like, let's say it is a narcissist and the person is a charmer. and you show up on the scene, and even though you think you've evolved and whatever, and remember, all the people around that person, they didn't live with them. They don't know what that person is like, what he or she is like. And so when you show up on the scene and you've gone through that piece of you that's like, ugh, why didn't they, do X, Y, or Z, this thing that you think is so normal to help you, and then you say something, guess who it's giving that person, that narcissist, energy. It's giving them also evidence of your not so great traits, right? Because you're maybe miffed or bitter or irritated, or you're just not exuding the best person you can be, which, we can't all be awesome 100% of the time. We're not angels, whatever. But my point here is that, in a way, when you allow those things to happen, when you allow um, yourself to get pulled back into that place, try to let that light bulb go off, bing, before you walk into the scene where you have to be around that person. Because here's what most likely could happen. You end up verbalizing what you went through, or maybe saying something sarcastic to that person in front of other people. Now, they've never seen that person's bad side, and they kind of aren't believing that what you're trying to convey even happened. So it's better to focus on something good, like somebody did text me and did tell me or did call me and tell me where everybody was. Like, focus on that person, give that person lots and lots of positive energy, right? Versus any negative energy toward that other person, anything sarcastic. Because guess what? Even though it's negative, it's still putting the spotlight on them. They're still getting attention. And again, it's casting you in a negative light, so it's not working to your benefit in any way. And so, yeah, this is just a tactic. And I'm learning this from a course that I'm in, which is a parenting course that I'm taking. It's a 3-hour-a-week parenting course dealing with kids who are intense, who've been through trauma, and it's all about energy. And I will tell you more about that. If you want to look it up, it's called the Nurtured Heart Approach. But what I realized is that this can work not just on children, it can work with adults of any kind, but specifically, I think it'd be really helpful to, instead of focusing your negative energy on your energy vampire, narcissist, personality disorder, toxic person, but shifting that positive energy in the direction of the person who did something kind and nice for you. Because guess what? They deserve it anyway. They deserve it. They're the ones who helped you. So let that other crap go. Don't let that pull you down. And yeah, it's like, this is a daily, minute by minute thing. We're learning how to manage ourselves, how to manage the people around us, our own energy, how to manage our children's energy, the way we interact with them, our family members, everything. So this is just a quick, I'm thinking about you. I hope you're having a good weekend. You're probably around family, or maybe you're not. You're solo like me, and maybe you're trying your best to enjoy it. I have my moments where I really enjoy it, and then I have other times where I'm like, it'd be really nice to be around my kids doing something fun and whatever. I got to see them last night, so I'm really happy about that, and I'm going to make the best of it. So anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing long weekend, and if you're seeing this many months from now, just thinking about you. This is a daily, weekly thing when you have these kinds of people in your life, and distancing yourself from them and learning to kind of strengthen your own shields is huge. And yeah, just thinking about you. If you have any questions, thoughts, anything you'd like me to cover on this channel, like I said before, I'm going to do my best to show up here more often, and maybe even live, so that we can interact. And you don't have to be Susan Smith or John Jones or whatever. You can be whatever username you pick. So I like that. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. leave a comment if you have one. Subscribe, please. And click that little bell so that when I go live, you will be notified and I can talk to you here. That would be great. All right, guys, have a great day.